jump into the first match of the day. It's going to be a Terran versus Zerg, XuanXuan versus eOnzErG. Alrighty, and spawning top right side of Polestar as the blue Terran from China, we have XuanXuan.
For us, on the top left side of the map, we've got red Zerg, eOnzErG. And that sounds good. But that a little bit off, right? Zerg, eOnzErG.
Yeah.
Still,
He's I really like eOnzErG. I talk a lot about how I truly am a huge fan of Sziky's Zerg, but eOnzErG does a lot of very impressive things as well. I guess give me your thoughts on these two players and how you think this first match can go.
This will be a very interesting match because TVZ, I feel like a lot depends on the turn rate that the players are playing. Because eOnzErG's playstyle is very micro-oriented. We saw that in BSL ProLeague, right? He's
right.
Micro, Ling micro, Hydra micro is amazing. So a lot depends on that. So I'm looking forward to see how he will execute and how he will play. Because like I said, the Muta micro is just out of the world. Whereas on the other side of the map, we got a Terran player, right? And we saw quite a couple nice games, XuanXuan, and
yep.
So I'm a little bit worried on one hand about eOnzErG because I'm rooting a little bit for eOnzErG. I know him quite a bit, so I'm rooting for him. But the most important thing is that we need to see a really amazing game. That's that, and no matter who will win.
I gotta say I share your same bias, also because I'm a Zerg player, but I really am looking forward to seeing what eOnzErG can pull out. You mentioned his control. I think the thing that has always stood out to me is his early Zergling control. He just has the best Zergling, and it's such a silly thing to say, but his Zergling control is just perfect. He's also a player who's not afraid to play a little unorthodox, and that's what we're seeing here to kick things off. This was a 9-pool, which is very not standard type of an opener for Zerg versus Terran. So unfortunately, not really going to pay off. If this was an 8 racks or something similar from XuanXuan, a 9-pool could have just straight up ended the game. But as is, eOnzErG, at least has map control for now, did force a lot of SCVs to be pulled to that wall, but the game will go on here. Oh, looks like he went for a run by, actually. We do see 4 dead Zerglings, though, unfortunately, so it doesn't really look like that paid off too much here for eOnzErG. However, worker count differential is not that bad. It's 12 to 20, which, given that this was a 9-pool opener, it did at least delay the command center of XuanXuan a little bit. He still has that map control with the 2 remaining Zerglings for now. So not the worst position to be in if you're eOnzErG.
I would say so. It doesn't look that bad. This is like everything is developing. This is the type of state of the game where anything can happen. But unfortunately, I was hoping a little bit that some of the lanes, some of the run-bys might go, but it didn't work.
Sure.
That's a good sign of this.
It is a risk, whenever you're opening these early 9-pool builds, it's just always a risk. There's going to be a little bit of a gamble involved depending on what your opponent has opened with as far as their build order. And unfortunately, it didn't pay off this time, right? XuanXuan got the first scout with the first SCV move out, saw the 9-pool in plenty of time to deal with it. But, still, eOnzErG in a position with at least a very early Spire, and XuanXuan's natural expansion is facing towards eOnzErG's base. So the Muta rally to that natural mineral line will be a shorter distance. He might be able to, pick off some early workers, some early Marines, and pull himself back into a better position. See the second barracks, you know, the stim is being researched as well here for XuanXuan. Comm stats also at the ready here. We see the first scan go off. He knows exactly what he's up against. No, actually, no. He scanned the natural. Sees a late Vespian Geyser, and that's actually prompting a move out. And this is a great move out timing here for XuanXuan.
A nice attack. Nice catch.
Very nice catch
Marines,
there from eOnzErG.
Yeah. Marines went down, so but the two Marines are not important. The most important factor is that the attack, the move out was delayed.
Yeah, the attack move out has been delayed. eOnzErG also defending this with no sunken, right? Like, even making 1 or 2 sunkens in a position like this would be big. Wow! Picks off a free Marine as well. Very nicely done there from eOnzErG.
That was what I was talking about at the beginning, right? It's so so micro-oriented, catching those kind of small things that add up to, might add up to end of the game.
Exactly, and that's not something every single Zerg would be able to, you know, find. That's not an opportunity a lot of Zergs would even be looking for. But eOnzErG is relentless with his control. Still, good turret placement here from XuanXuan. A bunker as well for those 2 depot walls. This is going to be a tough, you know, hold to break here for eOnzErG.
It's an interesting bunker placement, I would say. Oh, nice run by. Let's see how much
Very nice run by.
An instant unload of the bunker Marine, so XuanXuan is on top of his game also, but the move out was really good. Whoa! Those two Firebats.
Very nice Firebat run around here from XuanXuan. Still no drone movement out of eOnzErG. Looks like it's caught eOnzErG completely off guard here. Still, eOnzErG relentlessly pressing inside the main with these 3 Zerglings, 3 Mutalisks. Unfortunately, the 2 Firebats still remain inside the main. Oh my gosh, big damage, 5 kills. That's 5 drones gone just from a single Firebat there.
I saw when XuanXuan was trying to move out those 2 Firebats around the map, but I never thought that those Firebats would deal so much damage. Because you can see that currently there is only 13 drones.
You're right. There is only 13 drones left for eOnzErG here. I think this is almost prompting an all-in. We're seeing a big wave of red move into the natural here. Nice surround on the bunker here from eOnzErG. That's going to prompt a move out here from XuanXuan to the natural. The Mutas are in position to pick off some of this bio as it moves down the ramp. But I don't know, Master. This looks like XuanXuan might just have too much bio.
It's like he's able to hold, and taking into consideration the amount of damage that was dealt by those 2 Firebats, that can be the decisive point on the game, and eOnzErG is in a very bad spot. Only 13 drones.
Yeah, he's definitely in a bad spot. You know, we got a glimpse of the natural mineral line there from eOnzErG. Not a single drone mining at it. That's, you know, for the 9-minute mark, never really a position you want to be in. But yeah, you know, you were asking what is eOnzErG going to have to do to really get back into this one, and I don't know. It's obviously going to take his meticulous Muta control. He's going to have to just get great value out of this group of Mutalisks. But even then, I don't know. This is going to be tough.
No sign of any sort of transition. So Eon is purely on Mutalink, and taking into consideration that the starport has just started, you got 2 bunkers in front of the expansion. It doesn't look good for Eon.
No, it really doesn't. Like you said, there's not really able to be a follow-up. I kind of feel like this is just kind of what happens. You know, because of the 9-pool opener especially, there's really not a great option here for eOnzErG. If you try to tech, your opponent might just move out and kill you. right? So you're kind of forced into a position where you have to continue making Muta, continue making so many Zerglings that you don't really want to, just to survive, just to, you know, continue on.
Now we can see that the drone saturation increased a bit by Ion. 70 drones. But taking into consideration that he has a operational second expansion, it's or rather third base, it's not enough. It's not enough. He doesn't have the economy to transition out.
Whoa.
Yes. Whoa.
It's
really
not enough,
nice
but
move.
man, I don't know how he's even finding this much damage. That was the majority of the bio from QiaoGege. Somehow, some way, eOnzErG continuing to fight on here. That was impressive. I didn't expect him to be able to clear so many Marines.
Same here. Now Ian has a little bit of a breathing space, right? He can drone up, he can maybe start thinking about lurkers or any further tech. This is an amazing killing all the bio.
Yeah, this is, I mean, very well done here. Still, though, I mean, we see 2 bunkers now at the natural for QiaoGege. I think that's a move you only really go for if you recognize you're just in a very powerful position. You know, it's almost like, how do we lose a game like this? You know, and it would be a big mutiling run by into the natural. Once this vessel comes online with Irradiate, that should be the end of the Muta harass. And then I would expect QiaoGege to move out here with that Irradiate. Ah, there we go. Yeah, it looks like
GG.
GG was called there. That was game 1. You know, unfortunately for eOnzErG, that was a 9 pull into Terran. Not an ideal situation to kind of start the game off from.
You're right. But saying that, that was an amazing idea with those 2 fire bats. Like that made the game, right? Otherwise, we could probably see earlier lurker tech, anything else. But those 2 fire bats, those 2 small, like very cheap units, decided about the game, right?
Yeah, it was, and the timing of it too, right? It's the know-how to know when to build the fire bats, also to run them all the way to the south side of the map around eOnzErG's forces.
Yeah.
You know, and then he picked the opportune moment when eOnzErG was microing inside the main with the Mutalisks and the Zerglings to really get in and deal maximum damage with those 2 fire bats. So it was, yeah, again, very well done there from QiaoGege. No surprise. Yeah. But with that, eOnzErG will be allowed a retort here. He's going to have another chance to maybe take QiaoGege down and at least tie up the series between the 2 of them. So, yeah, I'm excited to see how this one's going to go.
Rotate.
Ooh, and map's going to be Litmus. I like, yeah, this is a fun one. One of the newer maps, one you don't get to see as often, but in this BSL Non-Korean Championship, we have seen it quite a bit so far. So both our players are ready, folks. Let's go ahead and jump into game number 2. Alrighty, and spawning top right side of Litmus once again as the blue Terran, we have QuanXuan.
Bottom side of the map, we've got again for red Zerg, Eon. Yeah. So why do you like the map? I got the impression that you like the map.
I'm you know, I've been playing StarCraft long enough that anything non-standard, I just kind of enjoy playing just for no other reason than it's something new to learn. You know, I'm definitely not the kind of player who wants to sit and play, you know, Fighting Spirit 50 games in a row. And so I would say there's quite a few unique things about Litmus that I like. Obviously, right off the bat, as we can see, 2 Vespian geysers, you know, inside the main makes for some very interesting play. There's also the mineral, you know, positioned at with the stacked temples at the back of each player's natural, leading to a ramp that goes inside the main base. So, you know, these cute little run-bys or, you know, being able to glitch vultures and things over and do some unique harass is interesting to me as well. So yeah, I really just think Litmus and Roaring Currents are very interesting at the moment because they're so different.
Both, I banned both. But Roaring Currents isn't my favorite map, I must say. But Litmus is really nice, but I'm a little bit apprehensive of the backdoor. I got so many times cheesed by Zergs or Terrans or whoever using that backdoor that I said, no, that's not for me. But
it's banned on your ladder.
Exactly. If it wouldn't be for the backdoor, I would say it's amazing, right? I really like it. I really enjoy it. I like that we have 3 or even 4 paths between the 2 locations that we have. I really enjoy the 2 gases, so it's very, very, very interesting. Oh, will he manage to snipe it?
No way. Oh, I thought he was going to get it, but now he's going to end up losing the drone to the Marine, actually. Yeah. Oh, no. Not ideal here. And again, this is a 9 pool from eOnzErG. I'm very surprised to see it 2 games in a row, if I'm being honest. Because, yeah, XuanXuan just, getting to the top of the ramp with a good amount of SCVs here. Nice repair. Still, though, 2 of the SCVs do fall, so it's not like this was traded for nothing. But still, I would say that's in XuanXuan's favor.
Yeah, I would agree. If I would be in XuanXuan's shoes, I would be happy with the exchange.
Well, we do see, a command center finally going down here for XuanXuan. That delayed natural hatchery going down as well. And it even looks like eOnzErG, I'm not sure if this is going to be lair, if he's going to do some kind of a... Yeah, it looks like lair. Nope. I lied. It's speed. He's going Zergling speed first.
Because I saw that as the drone sitting there, and it's like, okay, did Ian forget, or is he trying to do a third hatch?
Yeah, it could be a third hatchery. It could be to block the ramp from an SCV scout as well, but it might be... I don't know, actually. It's been sitting there too long for me to really tell.
Yeah, I think he forgot. I think he moved the drone exactly for the reason that he said. So blocking the SCV, and he forgot about it. And now we've got all-in speedlings.
It looks like it. Yeah, there's a few Zerglings running into the natural here. Speed hasn't quite hit yet, but it might complete before this bunker is done. And yeah, it's about 10 Zerglings. Yeah, here we go. Oh, bunker's at the perfect time. This is not going to end up doing much here for
the speed finished just at this moment.
Yeah, speed has finished. 2 Zerglings do clear that scouting SCV. But I mean, man, XuanXuan, he's got a bunker. He's got a bunch of SCVs in the way. So I really don't know how much damage eOnzErG's going to be able to accomplish with these Zerglings here. And it doesn't look like much. Oh, maybe I spoke too soon here. eOnzErG pouncing on a lot of these Marines, but yeah, unfortunately that bunker just adding enough damage to clear that wave of Zerglings. And
I wouldn't be surprised. I would type GG probably at this point. But let's see, we saw a lair coming in from Eon, so maybe he will try to do some magic.
I think he might have canceled it. You can see on the minimap, there's no drones mining the gap. Oh, no. Yeah, well, he's got a Spire.
So he can afford 2.5 muta.
Yes, okay. But he will micro them as if they are 6 muta. Oh, man. XuanXuan just being very diligent, very meticulous, not walking in with too many Marines, almost baiting out the Zerglings here from eOnzErG. Still, eOnzErG finding, little victories. 1 Marine picked off here, 1 Marine picked off there. But as the fight... Somewhere. Yeah. As the fight gets closer to the bunker, the trades go so much in favor of XuanXuan. 3 Zerglings making it into the main here, doing a little bit of damage, I gotta say.
Eon is putting a little bit of chaos in the game, adding a little bit of chaos. So we'll see. Yeah, that would be a really nice snipe with the medic. I think it's the first medic.
Yeah, I think you're right. Picking off the first medic is a very big deal here. But here we go. The fire bats do come into the picture. Oh, there's no turrets!
Only two
might
Marines.
Be a little window here. There really might be a window.
Oh my god. Ah, no, okay. So reinforcing Marines.
Yeah, the bunker got unloaded. If eOnzErG knows, he might be able to run and clear the natural.
Some links are coming in. Ah, but he moved the fire bat and Marine. Ah, that's really nice. QiaoGege is really on top of the game. He's seeing everything, anticipating every possibility here.
Yeah, I like that we're not seeing any additional SCVs being made. He knows, he's got a good feel for how all-in eOnzErG is at the moment. Yeah, more and more Zerglings running in here from eOnzErG. It's only 4 Muta. Turret's going to go down here, and that's going to create an opening again for eOnzErG to get into this mineral line and maybe deal more damage. Finally, though, QuanXuan has a medic, so these SCVs, these Marines, will be healed up.
Those are only 4 mutas. If those would be 6, or even about 3 mutas, not 4. But with 6 mutas, Ian probably would be able to deal a more enormous amount of damage with his muta micro.
Yeah, I mean, even just, like you're saying, 5, 6 muta to be able to one-shot at least the Marines would be a big deal here. Unfortunately, QuanXuan's really stabilized the position finally. We still have that bunker at the natural. There's turrets inside the natural mineral line, along with good bio placement. Plenty of turrets inside the main, it looks like, as well. And yeah, GG is called there from eOnzErG, and it's actually going to be QuanXuan taking the first match of the day with a clean 2-0 victory.
This is how we can win a game while only defending.
Yeah, yeah. It's kind of the